Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today another video that I mentioned I would do in my last video. If you haven't seen my last video, it was about comparing the Rolex Pepsi to the Tudor Pepsi, sorry. So I hope anybody who watched that enjoyed it, and my idea after that video was to make a video of these two because they are of course both from Rolex and look very different, but are the same watch in the end of the day, in terms of movement and design. Just the colors are different. So I wanted to make a comparison with these two because these two are, probably my favorite watches of the Rolex collection. I really love the GMT function. I use it a lot. I'm based in Europe, but I watch a lot of sports in the US, so I sometimes keep the US time versus the European time. So yeah, you can see them already here next to each other. One is on the Jubilee, the left, the Rolex Pepsi, and the other is on the Oyster bracelet. Interestingly enough, anybody who's seen some of my older videos knows that I got the Bad Girl on the Jubilee and I got the Pepsi actually on this bracelet on the Oyster. So I just swapped them out. I do that every few months. I swap it back to the other one. And right now I'm wearing it like this. So you will see throughout the video a little bit what my thoughts are, where I wear which watch, how I feel about it, and yeah, that's about it. So let's get started. I will start this time with the Batman. So you can see here, I just think this watch is so cool because it is a GMT. It has black and blue. Blue is my favorite color. It has the blue hands of the GMT time, and with this bracelet I really like it. I think it looks really sporty and cool, and I still think this is a watch you can wear without showing off or anything like that. With the Pepsi, it sometimes is, depending in what setting you wear it, it could be a little bit difficult to wear or get a lot of the attention which you don't want, maybe depending on where you are. But this one I pretty much can wear it anywhere, anytime. Also in work I wear it several times, with what I do not do with the Pepsi. So yeah, quickly to show it to you on the Oyster bracelet, I've made another video where I think it's on the Jubilee, so if you're interested to see it, then check that out. Go to my channel, you can search some of the videos or search by Rolex Batman or Batgirl and you will see it there. So this bracelet is a little bit newer than the watches. So the watch, I got it in 2020 or 2021. I think 2020 I got it, or 2019. You should check out my video. I think it is 2020 in September, if I'm not wrong. So that's the watch where I got it on Jubilee bracelet, but the bracelet I got with the Pepsi in 2022, so 2 years later. So when I got this one, I always wanted it on the Oyster bracelet, but it was not. It was discontinued with the old model, with the old reference number, so there was no option. But either way, I really loved it on the Jubilee. But on this one, it just looks a little bit better. I don't know why. I think it's personal taste. People are have very different opinions on which way they like it most. For me, it is pretty definitely both of them. I really can't decide. So here's my wrist. It's 18.5 centimeters. I think it looks really good on the wrist, on this wrist size. It's not very high. Lug to lug, it has perfect proportions. I've actually never measured it, and I don't know the exact measurements, just know that it fits very well. Also on smaller wrists, this will work very well. The Oyster bracelet for me makes it, as I said, a little bit more sporty, less elegant, but I like this look on this watch. I also really like this look on the Pepsi, so it's really hard to make a decision there. So if you don't have to make a decision on that, then don't. On both bracelets, it's really nice. I heard that when you buy it on the Oyster, that you cannot order the Jubilee. That's what I heard. I'm not sure if this is true, so let me know if anybody knows that this is true or not. But if you buy it on Jubilee, you can order the Oyster. So that's what I heard, at least. Why? Because the Jubilee is a little bit more difficult to make, so they don't want it to be ordered out. So they wanted to kind of sell it with the watch. Or of course, if it breaks, then you will be able to do it, but not just for fun. So that's at least what I heard recently in a video. So yeah, now to go to the Pepsi. I've done a few videos on this already, so I won't go into too much detail. You can see here, let's put it next to each other. The blue is very different. This is a bright blue, and this is more like a, yeah, another kind of blue. Not the blueberry, what was said at the beginning of the release of the Pepsi, that some of the bezels were coming out blueberry. I don't, so this doesn't look to me blueberry, but it's a very different blue. Interesting. I actually have never realized that the blue is so different on the Batman and on the Pepsi, because I've never really put them next to each other, really. Interesting. So yeah, also for me, a new experience to look at it this way. So yeah, the Pepsi, as I said, I got it on the Oyster bracelet, but change it several times a year. I change it on the Jubilee, which I really like. Gives it more of an elegant look. That's what I really like about it. So you can see here, second, there we go. I think it looks really nice. And really, you cannot do any wrong. You cannot do any wrong. What I think what Rolex does very well, to finish up a little bit on this story or on this video, is, so with Tudor and with other brands, you get often a big variety of options for a watch. Like for example, Tudor will sell the Pepsi in the opaline dial or the black dial. And they will sell the chrono in a blue dial, pink dial, flamingo blue, white, black, etc. And this always, for me as a consumer, it makes it really difficult to decide, and often it makes me not decide and kind of wait out until maybe another color comes. And I think what Rolex does very well, in some models they do it, but within the GMT not. They imagine if you would have to decide between a steel white dial Pepsi or a black dial Pepsi, yeah, or even a dark blue dial. So I know they did that with the white gold, that it's a blue dial and it's a white meteorite dial. But if we talk about steel, yeah, imagine you would have three options with the Pepsi. I really wouldn't know what to do. So I would kind of be like a stall situation where you don't know what to do unless you have a very clear opinion. But that's, I think, they take that decision away from you. Of course, they make that on the bezel. It is a very different watch. So these two watches and on the bracelet, they look so different still, even though it's the same watch. But imagine here, you would also have the option of a white dial or a blue dial or a black dial. I think it would be really difficult to make that decision. And that's what I like about the GMT range, and also about the Daytona range. You either take the black or the blue. If we talk about steel, sorry, not the black or the white, of course. There is no third, fourth, fifth option unless you go into the gold or rose gold or that way. So that's I think why, in my opinion, the GMT is a very, very loved line of Rolex, because yeah, you make your decision and then you're pretty much happy with it. You don't change your opinion. At least that's not the case with me. When I bought the Batman, so I have a full story on my channel on this just a few weeks ago. So check it out. I talked about how I bought it, from my AD, what the story was, and so on. And I thought when I bought this, I will never need another GMT. from Rolex. I thought, this is it. I don't need the Pepsi. I'm happy with the Batman. Back then, I thought the Pepsi was unreachable for me. I thought it would not be possible. This was not at the complete height of the watch hype, of the COVID hype, let's call it. But just before it, where already the Pepsi was going for 18,000 euros in my region, so double the list price back then, and it was more or less, it felt impossible to get. So for me, it was an easy decision to ask for this one because I knew it would be more in reach, and I was very lucky to get it rather quickly, and I've been wearing it a lot. But you see, I take care of it. It's not completely dinged up, but I've worn it a lot. So very happy with it. Then, yeah, I think that's all we can talk about these two watches. I've not seen a lot of videos where these are side by side. Even for me now, it was a different experience looking at the blue of the bezels. So I hope you enjoyed it, and in case you are deciding which one to get, whether from an AD or from a gray market, I hope that this helps a little bit. So I think regardless which model you take, Batman or Batgirl, or of course the Pepsi, they look awesome, all of them. And if you like more sporty, my opinion is go with this oyster bracelet. Yeah, if you like to be a little bit more sporty, and if you like it more elegant, then go with the Jubilee bracelet. Yeah, but regardless which watch it is, it will be fine. You will be happy. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. My next video I want to make, but I don't know when I will be able to make this. So let me know if you're interested in this. I have the from 2003 the Daytona in with a white dial, and the more recent of 2024 black dial ceramic. I want to make a comparison between the pre-ceramic and the ceramic. So and white and black dials is very different. So let me know if you're interested in that. Then I will put in some time. It's really nice when people are watching my videos and I see how many people are watching them, regardless of likes or not. But or in YouTube, you can see how many people are watching it, and it motivates me when a lot of people are watching it. So it will motivate me more if you like it. And yeah, looking forward to posting my new video in a few days or weeks time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.